Guys, we're live. I'm Jeff with eBay Addicts, and I got a brand new guest for you guys, the Mile High Hustlers, Linda and Greg. How are you guys doing today?
We're doing good today. How about you? How's everybody doing in the chat? You guys doing great?
For sure. We'll say hello real quick to the Selling Snipers here. It says Mile High Hustlers in the house. I wanted to say hey to A Day in the Life of Corey is here. I wanted to say hey to Wendy is here in the chat. It says, hey, Jeff. Mile High Hustlers and friends says pound the like button. So far everything seems to be going well. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat in case people don't know who you are.
All right. So obviously we're the Mile High Hustlers. I'm Linda.
And I'm Greg.
And we are a family of 3. We have a 7-year-old son, and we do a lot of
Walmart clearance.
We also we do anything really like that will just bring in profits. Like
we do wholesale too.
We do wholesale. We do the yard sales. We go to thrift stores. Estate sales. So we basically do it all.
Sell on Amazon and eBay.
We have been on eBay for just about 4 years, just right under 4 years. And we just started Amazon a month ago, and it's starting to take off. So that's wonderful news for us.
Awesome. I just want to give a shout out here real quick to my buddy is in the chat. The Flipping Accountant just stopped by. Good afternoon.
What's up, bro?
Linda, Greg, and Jeff. And I wanted to give a shout out here to Frank is in the chat. So, hey, man, Justin, thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. If you guys have questions for our guests, go ahead and drop it in the chat. So I got a bunch of questions for you. First of all, Linda, I heard that you used to actually work at Walmart. Is that true? Tell us a story. You could kind of give us an insider's point of view perspective. You actually had experience working at Walmart, and now you go from being behind the cash register to actually buying stuff on clearance and reselling it. So tell us the story of how this came to be.
Okay, so, it wasn't a cashier. What I did is I was actually a stocker. So I worked in the back. I unloaded the trucks, and I, obviously stocked the shelves. It is pretty labor intense, like, especially if you're at a big Walmart like I was, and they were so short staffed on the stocking. So, but I was paid all right, I guess. I mean, obviously I get paid, more, having my own business. But just, I just kind of got tired of it. I started because I actually got fired. They fired me and said I missed too many days or whatever, and I didn't. So I don't know exactly what happened there. But when I left Walmart, I started doing, just the eBay thing, and it took off, which I was learning about it as I was working at Walmart. But yeah, we started on eBay. And when I worked at Walmart, I had no idea what secret hidden clearance was, believe it or not. No. So even the Walmart employees, most of them don't know about it. So, but yeah.
Right. So how did you guys get started into reselling? How did you go from working at Walmart to now kind of, you're at Walmart almost every day now. You're there looking for bargains to flip to resell. So tell us, how did you guys get started into this resale business?
Well, I mean, like I just said, we kind of got on YouTube and we just was trying to see what we could do, work from home, and we thought the reselling niche would be, fun. And I mean, it is for sure. And it's definitely adventurous, you know what I mean? So yeah, we just kind of wanted to be with family, you know what I mean? Because, when you have a 9-to-5 job, it sucks really, because if you do have family, you're at work most of the time, it feels like, especially if you're doing over hours and, putting in overtime and all that. So.
Yeah, definitely. There's only so many hours in a day. And if you spend most of your, you spend 8 hours a day at sleep, you spend 8 or 10 hours a day at work, and then your commute driving back and forth to work, it's like, when do you have free time to do what you want to do? You're either at work or asleep, or it's like you've got, a 30-minute lunch break and you got time to, jump in the shower, and then you're out the door and headed to work the next day. It's kind of like a revolving door. So I definitely can understand that. So now you guys are self-employed, and you guys sell, what platforms do you guys sell on? eBay, Amazon, and Facebook Marketplace? Is that correct?
Well, we do Facebook Marketplace around here where we moved to. When we lived in Colorado, Facebook Marketplace was definitely where it was at. We were in Denver. We were in a big city. But where we live at now, it's kind of, it's a small town. So Facebook Marketplace, we do have sales on there, but it's not it's not like it was when we were out in Colorado. But we do eBay, we do Amazon, and then we do Facebook Marketplace. We haven't really branched out to anything else yet, but we have been thinking about.
We did go hard though on Amazon. We've sent 3 truckloads in now.
A lot.
All right. Okay, awesome. I wanted to give a shout out here real quick to my buddy Richie Hustles just stopped by in the chat. He says, "What's up, Jeff? Resell mama and daddy." He says, "Let's get money." And I wanted to say hey to the ATL Flipper just stopped by. The Selling Sniper is here. Says, "Hey, Jeff, and hi, Mile High Hustlers. How's Amazon going? I know from your videos you have a lot of inventory, so I can assume you're going to kill it on Amazon." So you guys recently started, what was it, a month or so ago? And tell us this whole process, because people don't know now, when you apply to sell on Amazon, they have like almost like an interview process set up, almost like you're applying for a job. So tell us how that went for you, in case somebody else is like on the fence or they want to get started on that platform.
Well, definitely with Amazon, it's kind of like a waiting game at first, but believe me, when I say it's well worth it, it's well worth it, because I mean, we were getting cold feet. I'm not even gonna lie, like we were getting cold feet about starting Amazon. We're like,
we kept putting it off.
Yeah, we're like, we don't really know how to do it. Like, we know a little bit about it, and then we were scared, we were intimidated by Amazon. But honestly, like, I think that's the best business decision that we have made, for the reselling business that we have. So, but when you first try to apply for Amazon, what they're going to do is you're going to have to like fill out some stuff. And then they're going to mail you a postcard. Once you get that postcard, it's going to have like a verification code on it. And then you have to give Amazon that verification code. And then you have to go through the process of like doing like a little video call. So like, and then you'll show like your ID, your tax license.
Yeah, they have you hold it up.
So just kind of like make sure that it's you that applied. So.
Okay, the reason why I'm bringing this up, is there anything else in particular that you need to have? You need to have a business license. You need to have like an LLC. You need to have your Amazon insurance. You need to have your resale certificate. Like what paperwork do you need to have in order just to create an account from scratch? I'm just curious.
Yeah, well, it is wise to have business insurance, but it's not like a must-have to start on Amazon.
You gotta make like 10,000 or something. Yeah, I said.
But a good thing about business insurance, like say like you sell a product, and I don't know, say it was a pacifier and like a baby choked on it or something.
You want them to not come after you personally. Yes. So business insurance is always a good thing to have, so you're protected.
Yeah, so it kind of protects you on that. So
on any aspect like that.
All right, now I wanted to talk for a minute about getting ungated on Amazon, because you guys have been getting ungated in a lot of categories. And that's like the number one thing that I hear people complain about when they create an Amazon account. They just say, you know what, I'm handcuffed, I'm gated in every freaking category that you can imagine. I can't send anything into Amazon to sell anything to make profit. So tell us your story of what your experience is, because you guys are new to the platform. You just recently started a month or so ago. So I want to hear your story of how this worked for you and what your experience was.
We got ungated pretty much. I don't know if it's because we were just scanning thousands of items and constantly hitting requests to be ungated or requests to sell the item. But we scan, the 1,000 items we have in our inventory room. And then at Walmart, we just kept scanning, and a lot of it would say, you can't sell it, upload documentation, but we just kept doing it. And next thing you know, it was like, you can sell this product. And then we'd build a box, get it ready. And then it'd say, we'd scan more and it would say, you're ungated, you can sell this, you know what I mean? And we was like, dang, they're ungating us and everything. I don't know what it is. Our first shipment, after we sent it in, the amount that we were allowed, it seemed like automatically auto ungate just, we just started getting ungated and everything. I don't even really know how we got ungated and everything. And
it could be the sales, or maybe like the amount of stuff we sent in. Like I said, we're still fairly new.
We sent thousands of items in. So, but
one thing that I can say is definitely scan. I mean, that's what it seemed like helped for us, and plus like the sales, because so far we have generated just under 2,000 in sales. That's not including the fees and the shipping into Amazon, but that's what it says on the Seller Central app.
And for the last week, we woke up every day, $400 or $500 in sales a day,
Really?
Every day. Yeah, every day we wake up, it resets the next day. And then you wake up and says sales today so far, 485. I'm like, dang, we just woke up to all this money from sending all this stuff in. And then the next day we wake up and it happens again. It's like, man, I like Amazon because on eBay, the stuff that we were sending in was our stale stuff that wouldn't sell on eBay. And it's like, why ain't it selling? You know, I'm listing every day. It's not selling. And let's pull this down from eBay and send it into Amazon and then sell. And it's like, you know.
So you guys are raking in sales in your sleep, and you didn't even know it. You just woke up, and you're like, "Hey, you got that old AOL thing that says you got mail," and it's like you woke up, and you're like, "You got sales, right?" So, all right. Let me say hello real quick to Sal's HQ jumped in here to the chat. He says, "Hello, eBay addicts, Mile High Hustlers, chat salute." I wanted to say hey to the Sewing Sniper. Twin Pillars jumped in here in the chat, and I missed a question here from Wendy, I believe. She says, does Walmart app give you different prices, savings compared to listed prices at the store and online? I wanted to talk about that because the Walmart app, it's different depending on what store you're in. Because I've noticed I went to like a clearance section at one Walmart, and maybe you'll find an item that may be 50 cents at one Walmart, and I'll go to another one literally a mile down the road, and it'll be like $2.50, $3 for the same exact item. So can you guys talk a little bit about that? Wendy wanted to talk about the Walmart app giving you different prices and savings compared to listed prices on store online. And let's talk a little bit about hidden clearance, because different stores operate differently, and you guys have been doing really well. You've been hustling and just taking time to scan everything, right?
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, thousands of items.
Yeah, and I mean it does take a lot of work going in and scanning. I mean, there's resources we do have, like, you know, I talk about BrickSeek a lot. My husband talks about BrickSeek. And you know, there's other resellers that do like the Walmart RA thing. You know, they talk about BrickSeek. And it is something good to have.
It's a tool.
It is a very helpful tool. And then, you know, just being able to get those items that you know that you can flip real good. Like, and people talk about the 3-cent games, you know what I mean? And they do drop to 3 cents.
Some Walmarts won't let you buy them, some will.
Yeah, they'll say that it's a discontinued item, and usually when they say that, they're basically trying to be nice, telling you, I'm not selling you this.
Right.
But with the Walmart app, where it shows the different prices, like we run into that all the time. Like, you know, most Walmarts kind of like in the area, they'll kind of have like a lot of the similar stuff that's on sale. And what a lot of people don't know is it's corporate system of Walmart that's dropping those prices. So, you know, it really just depends.
That's why they all drop at different times, you know, in different states, because corporates deciding, you know, when they drop and all that. And also, you know, the stores have different amounts of items they're allowed, you know, to be able to put on clearance, you know, where, you know, I don't know if she knows more about that, but it's.
Yeah, well, the reason why I'm bringing it up, guys, is if you have the Walmart app on your phone, make sure it's updated to that particular store that you're in. Because if it's not, you're going to get false. Right, you're going to get false numbers because it may be synced to a different Walmart down the street. You need to make sure it's the Walmart that you're particularly at. So,
correct.
When somebody's out there, and let's say we're looking for hidden clearance or we're looking for items to flip to resell, what kind of profit margins do you guys typically look at when you're looking to decide if you want to buy this item or not to flip and resell? And what do you do, like, as far as BrickSeek? Ricky Hustle just mentioned BrickSeek. Can you guys tell us a little bit about how that process works? Because they have a free version and then they have a paid version.
Yeah. So the free version, I think, what is that, like 4 days out, like after it gets marked down?
Yeah, the free version is just like, you want to use the free version to kind of get familiar with the app so you can learn it. And then after that, I went straight from the free version to the extreme membership, because the extreme, you get notified first. You're the first one that knows the deals. And then after that, the premium version, they get it a day or two later. And then us people that use the extreme, you know, we've already bought all the good stuff and there ain't nothing there. So then but not always. So there is some stuff left there. Other people that, you know, might want to go in and buy, but we think the BrickSeek Extreme is worth it because you find that one item, you know, and make $50 to $100 profit, and now BrickSeek's paid for it, and then all the rest of the stuff BrickSeek helps you find when you can find it, you know, when BrickSeek is accurate.
Well,
But
a lot of Walmarts though too. Like here lately, we've been experiencing a lot of employees buying the clearance.
Yeah.
Um,
Managers are getting into
buying
it now.
They're hiding the inventory in the back. Like we literally caught them taking laptops to the back, and we went to that Walmart to get that laptop because the laptop it was like what $90 from $300.
Yeah, $398.
And I was like, wow, we got to definitely get that. And then when we were there, we seen them taking it out of the cage, and we were like, wow, like it's on clearance. Like,
but they don't make that much money, so I mean, you can't knock them. They need to make money too. They're watching videos, that we're teaching them and showing them how to do it. So anybody in their right mind want to do it. You know what I mean? Like, man, look at all this money these people are making. Clearance.
You're teaching them how to do it, and now they're using your jiu-jitsu moves against you, right? Is how that works.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. They're probably watching us. And
I mean, that's how I learned, and I see other, YouTubers on here. They say the same thing. They got on, YouTube, watched other resellers, and they learned, and now they're creating content like we are, and just teaching people, hey, this is how you can make money. You can make a living. We pay all our bills, rent, car note, everything, off of this, and we do good. You know what I mean? And during the whole pandemic, we didn't do without. We didn't stress about money. We didn't have to because
thank goodness. And a horrible thing that happened in Denver when the pandemic did hit is Denver shut the whole city down. Like the only places that were open was only open like during the day for only a certain amount of hours.
Like Walmart.
You guys can Google this. You can fact check this, but this is when we lived there in the year 2020. I forget exactly when it was, but it was in 2020, and they shut the whole city down. Like the thrift stores were closed down. The only thing that was open was Walmart and gas stations, and they wasn't even open like I don't even think 5 o'clock. And if you got caught out and if you wasn't an essential worker, you get ticketed and you could even go to jail. And
I actually got pulled over and they wanted to know why I was out, and I said I'm trying to go to Walmart and find some toilet paper. We ran out. We don't have any. Right. And they was like, oh, okay, and they let me go. But it was bad.
I definitely remember during the lockdown, if you weren't an essential worker, you weren't really supposed to be out of the house. And, there was a lot of people. Think about if you were a person and you were, a waiter or a waitress or a bartender or something. And, when your store was shut down for 3 to 6 months and that's how you paid your bills, there's hundreds of thousands of people now that have, their stimulus checks ran out, their unemployment checks ran out. And now it's like time to come up with money to pay your back rent that you haven't paid for 6 or 8 months. And now they're wanting to go around and act like, now what are we going to do? I'm not talking ill will of anybody, but I'm just saying, if that's your only source of income is you working at one job, whether you're a bartender or a waiter or waitress, and now that rug's been pulled out from under you, and that's the only thing that's the only skill that you have to bring to the table. Now, how are you going to provide for your family? Let me say hello real quick to a few people in the chat. I wanted to say hey to my buddy Richie Hustles. He says freedom in Florida. I wanted to say hey to the middleman picker. The selling sniper is here. Says I'm Amazon 95%. eBay is Amazon's graveyard. I want to give a shout out here to Ebliss Reseller Solutions. Says hi Jeff, Linda, Greg. Greetings from Denver, Dave and Lori. Thank you guys for coming by and hanging out. I wanted to say hey to Nuve Ernie is here in the chat. And Richie Hustles is here. It says Amazon gang. And appreciate this $5 super chat from Twin Pillars. Says, found a Louis Vuitton Versace handbag for $1 at a garage sale today. Well, awesome. I'm happy for you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. And we have a quick question from the Sewing Sniper. It says, how would you rate Amazon's customer experience compared to eBay? I've had experiences with both.
Well, I mean, the question kind of speaks for itself, really. But with Amazon, like, I like Amazon because so far, like, what we've noticed is there's not like a whole lot of scams. I'm not saying eBay is all strictly scam buyers, but there is a lot of scams that are going on there. Like here recently, where like the unemployment has stopped and a lot of the other stuff has stopped. On our eBay, like we kind of have had, they're not really scams, but I think what it is people are like
hurting for money, so they're returning stuff and sending stuff that ain't the right item. And sometimes eBay wants to help you. Sometimes they're like, well, you got to file a police report, IC3 claim, and it's like, no, I'm not wasting my time. Just move on. And then sometimes eBay sides with us and gives us our money, and they call it a courtesy one-time refund. Like, no, I sent my item out. Look at my feedback. You know, these people are scamming, and they're like, well, eBay's like, we're the middleman. We don't know what you sent. And I was like, well, my feedback speaks for itself. You know what I mean? So we just wanted to move, you know, we don't want all our eggs in one basket. So we decided to start selling on Amazon, and just, we have so much product that we just wanted to be able to make room in our home, really. And we just been sending it in like truckloads to Amazon, and it's been selling like crazy.
It
All
almost,
right, cool.
like, we've had stuff that has sold, like, and it hasn't even made it to the Amazon warehouse yet, which is amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Amazon is definitely, I think Amazon is probably the best customer service, hands down.
Yeah, they're real nice when you call in. They made a mistake on our account. They were supposed to send 2 items. They only sent 1. Buyer left our very first negative, and they said that the buyer wasn't allowed to leave a negative over that. It violated Amazon's policy. We went to the feedback removal tool, and it immediately took it away. And I'm like, oh, wow, that was easy.
Right. Okay, cool. I just wanted to give a shout out here real quick to Butterfly Hustles is in the chat. Says, I am lurking and working. Hi, everybody. And the ATL Flipper is here. If you guys have questions for our guests, drop in the chat. If you guys don't mind, I hope, if you guys don't know my channel, I want to talk a little bit about what you guys' backstory was. And Greg, what was your full-time job before you guys became full-time resellers? And what was it like for you to take the jump, saying, you know what, I'm done with this 9-to-5 grind. I'm done having a boss and a supervisor breathing down my neck. I'm done having to wear a silly uniform. I'm ready to just be my own boss and do this reselling gig full-time. So tell us a little bit what that journey like was for you guys.
I mean, we just, like I said, you know, before, we just kind of wanted to, you know, to be able to be around family, you know, like your typical 9-to-5 job, you can't really do that. And, you know, long hours, you know, and it just seems like, you know, you're at work more than you are with family, which sucks, you know.
Yeah, we enjoy family. We're family oriented, and you know, I was working all the time at Steamatic of South Denver for houses that flooded and all that, and she was working at Walmart. And I just, you know, I sold on eBay like back in '95 when it first started. When you had to send money orders through the mail and wait for the money order to get there and send the product. And I told her one day, I was like, we should start selling on eBay. Almost 4 years ago. And so we started selling stuff around the house, and then it just started picking up. And then here recently we've been, you know, doing YouTube videos on the Walmart clearance, and we was like, we want to start on Amazon, but it was like, you know, unfamiliar, like, you know, to us. So we kind of kept putting it off and kept hesitating, like, well, what if we don't send the product in right? What if we don't do the right thing? And then I was like, you know what? Let's do it. We mess up. How are we going to learn? And then, you know, we watch Richie Hustles constantly. And, you know, I talk to him. He helps me out. The Selling Sniper.
Yeah,
anybody that I reach out to,
they
reply and help, which is great. I love the community. The camaraderie, you know what I mean, is amazing.
We're all here to help each other at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
It's resellers.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. That's great about the community. Anytime, usually 95% of the time, whenever I reach out to somebody on Instagram, sometimes even if I don't need anything, I just reach out and say, hey, how are you doing? How was your day going? How was your weekend?
Right.
You know, they're just down to earth people willing to help you if you need help, or just if you just need somebody to talk to and just say, hey, what's going on with you? And, you know, how was your day going? And they're pretty down to earth people. But for sure, Richie Hustles is a good person to watch. The Flipping Accountant, he's been taking off lately. He just
we watch him.
20,000 subscribers. So I wanted you guys to get into a little bit and talk about your YouTube channel, because you guys have videos that you've dropped, and this already has, you know, 1,000, 2,000 views on some of your retail arbitrage videos. So tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel and what inspired you to start a YouTube channel. Because when you kind of like if you're like me, I'm kind of an introverted type of person. So to just jump out and be like, hey, I'm just going to put myself out there and create a YouTube channel. What inspired you guys to go ahead and do that?
We wanted to teach people, you know, to be able to make money like we do, because we didn't know, like, we didn't think that people was really able to make as much money as they were claiming online. We was like, there's no way they're making that much money. This is, you know, like TV, you know, this is not real. And so we started doing our research and got into it. And then the money started coming in, and we're like, oh, okay, so this is real. And then we just started, you know, full throttle in it. But she actually has severe social anxiety, and I kept telling her, just who cares what people think about you? It don't matter. You know, if they don't like you, who cares? You know what I mean? Just be authentic, you know, and just do it. She's always wanted to do something like this. And, you know, she gets to help people. And, you know, I just kept pushing her. I was there for her. I was like, you got it. You know what I mean? Just do it. And she's taken off. And I think people like authenticity. You know, they like people, you know, opening the books and letting people in and see how things really are, you know, not, you know, trying to make it like this super famous, you know, I'm a superstar on YouTube, and that ain't how we are. You know what I mean? We're real people. We have a kid, you know, we got to work around him going to school, all this. I just had my uncle passed away today. You know, but we just keep pushing, you know what I mean? That's what you got to do. And I love the reselling community, and that's how we started the YouTube channel.
Right. And you guys, I wanted to talk real quick about your schedule, because you guys go quite often when you're out here hunting, like retail arbitrage. Like, I watched some of your videos, and you guys say you go early in the morning, you'll go in the afternoon. So talk a little bit about what your routine is like when you're out here hunting for merchandise. Because some people think, well, I went in here, I walked in, I walked out, I was here for 5 or 10 minutes, I didn't find anything.
No.
And they throw their hands up in there and walk home. You guys are out here hustling, and sometimes you're there for 2, 3, 4 hours just scanning barcodes, looking for deals. And because if you just find that one SKU where you can make money on, now you can buy 10, 15, 20 of that one SKU, and it's worth your time instead of just being like one-off items. So talk a little bit about what your schedule and what your guys' routine is. And you do other retail arbitrage besides Walmart as well, right?
Yes, we do. We do Marshalls, we do TJ Maxx, we do Target. Sometimes we don't have the GoPro. Sometimes we'll just leave and forget it completely, because during the week, that's usually when we've been going sourcing. Because, you know, like I said previously, you know, some of the Walmarts are like 45 minutes to an hour away, and then they're spaced out pretty far. But yeah, we try to hit
we live in
multiple.
the country.
We try to hit multiple. We go to like Fayetteville a lot. It's a big town, and I think there's about
go to Fayetteville, Charlotte,
Walmarts
Laurinburg, and
we even go to
Columbia,
South Carolina.
we even go to Columbia, South Carolina. But
and
they
Florence,
won't. They won't allow us, even though it's, you know, right on the border. We can't use our Walmart thing. I've argued. I've seen Richie use his in different, you know, states, but they refuse to put the numbers in. You know, you get a little Walmart certificate to be tax exempt because of our business license, but in Columbia, they won't take it. They refuse.
Okay, and so, but tell me, like, how many days a week do you guys go out and go sourcing?
Every
and
day.
How many times? Because I heard you guys go, sometimes you'll go early in the morning, you'll go late in the afternoon. So tell me, like, what your strategy is a little bit as far as sourcing when you're out looking for retail arbitrage items.
Well, just when we drop our son off during
during the week,
the week for school, as soon as we drop him off, we'll usually go.
We just start. Yep. We hit one, go in there, walk around. We hit the clearance aisle first.
Yes.
And if there ain't nothing there, then we go to like electronics. And then after electronics, we'll go to home goods or appliances. And then we'll go to toys, or sometimes we'll switch it up. But I scan everything, because BrickSeek is a good tool, but it don't always show you the stuff that's actually on clearance, because I'll go through and scan a bunch of stuff. And then all of a sudden I'll come across an item and I'm like, oh, this is only $12. Let me see if there's any more. Oh, there is. And then I buy them all. Like, I caught the clearance price already dropped before it even came into BrickSeek on the LED touchscreen coffee pots. And I filled my whole car up. I bought them all. And
you bought all of them, huh?
I bought every one of them. Take the shelf clear.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, I don't know about in your Walmarts in your area, but where I'm at here in Florida, they have multiple different clearance sections. Like, they have the main clearance section where they have general merchandise. But then if you guys go back to like electronics department, they have their own like little area of clearance back in electronics. And then sometimes, like, if you go over there where like the health and beauty is, or home care stuff, they'll have like a little end cap of stuff there as well. So if you guys just walk in and walk out and say, hey, I went to the main general merchandise clearance and I didn't find anything, you might be missing out. So can you kind of give them behind the scenes and let them know where else they need to go look for merchandise?
Definitely look like in the middle aisles, like where they have like the big signs. Sometimes when in the middle aisles, you'll find stuff. I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes you'll see that they're just basically trying to just get rid of that excess inventory. So if it is in the middle or if it's on like an end cap, it's more than likely possibly going to be on clearance. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that it will be. But that's just the products that they are trying to just, basically get out of the store.
And sometimes we find a shopping cart in front of electronics where they've just filled the shopping cart full of stuff, and we go over there and we buy that as well. But I walk up and down every single aisle because, you got some resellers that will put stuff in their cart and then they'll go up down one aisle and they're like, I don't want this. I changed my mind. And they'll sit it on the shelf. So by me going up and down every single aisle, I always end up finding those items that they put back. Maybe they didn't have enough money. Like I found several Legos, that people didn't want to buy from $50 down to $20. And I'm like, oh, they sit them down right here. And then she's like, where'd you find that at? I was like, it was just sitting over in hardware on the shelf. Somebody set it down. So I grabbed it. But yeah, we walk up and down every single aisle. And
you can even like find stuff that is on clearance in just an aisle itself. Like you could go down like, the HBA, like shampoo aisle. And then you'll see like a little clearance tag where it's marked down.
Yeah.
So
everything doesn't get moved just to clearance. Each aisle can have clearance as well. So you got to look. And, once you get used to looking for that little yellow tag, you can scan real quick. Oh, what's that? And then pick it up, scan it, see if it's, any value to resell it.
Can you guys talk a little bit about hidden clearance? Because I've noticed, like, let's say I'm looking at this video game, let's say it's marked on clearance for $20. And then I'll take it where the little price checking pole is and scan it, and then it will come up as like $3, $5 or something. But if you didn't take the extra minute or two out of your day to like scan that barcode, because on the price on the sticker it'll say $20 on the sticker.
Yep.
But if you would take that extra minute or two to actually scan the barcode, you'll actually see that it's been marked down further, and maybe the sales associate or whoever hasn't got down to updating that price, yet. And so talk to us a little bit about that, because you've actually worked at Walmart before stocking the shelves. So maybe you could kind of give us an insider's point of view of the way the system works behind the scenes.
Well, honestly, like when I worked at Walmart, I didn't know anything about secret clearance. I just knew like they marked stuff down, but like, that's basically all that I knew. But yeah, like secret hidden clearance, you can use the Walmart app too. Like here lately, the Walmart app's been kind of acting a little funny. It tries to do like a weird update, and then you try to scan something, and then
it says item not found with a new update.
So you just have to make sure like either your updates are off, or who was it? I think it was Big Cheese Flips. He was talking about like an APK file that you can download for the app.
I already did that on my Samsung.
Yeah.
And then the iPhone, no matter what, I reinstall it. It works for 5 minutes, then the update goes through, and then it's right back to it. So I don't even like using the iPhone anymore, because the new app, it like every time you scan a clearance item, it says the item ain't in the store. And I was like, what's trying to cut us off where we can't, find the secret hidden clearance no more, or what? So on my Samsung, I just downloaded APK file, and I got the old version of the Walmart app, so I have no issues, and it's still telling me so far, that the item is either the price it says on clearance or secret. That I scan everything, because you have to, in this game, you got to scan it all. If you want to find the stuff that other people ain't, you got to put in more effort, work harder, get up earlier. First one there, normally gets the deal.
And I mean, even like there would be like just an item on the shelf, and it won't be marked, it won't say clearance or anything. And if you scan that product, sometimes it can be on sale, at a deeper discount, and you wouldn't have known that unless you would have scanned it. So
I went to Walmart. They said they had 16 of the microwaves, $14.99. Went there to the Walmart. There was none. I'm like, dang, Brixie, the check inventory says that there's this many here. There ain't none here. A couple of days ago there was a bunch here. Now they're gone, now that the price dropped to $14.99. So couldn't find them. The associates don't want to help you. Go back in a couple of days later and go back to where all the stuff normally is, and they're right back sitting in front of me. And I'm like, what? Where did they go? They must have took them to the back and let the employees decide they wanted some, and then brought them back. Nobody wanted them, and there they were. And so I got 3 carts, filled the carts up, and I bought them. You know, it's
All
like
right. Now, go ahead. I was going to say, you guys are full-time resellers, and this is how, you recently got a 3-bedroom house. You pay all your bills. You pay your car payments. You pay all your bills with being full-time resellers. So what would be your top, 3 piece of advice that you could have to help somebody if they want to become a full-time reseller, or even if they don't want to quit their job, but they want to make a full-time income being resellers? What advice do you have for them to kind of help them out, help put them in the right direction?
Well, there would be a couple of tips that I'd actually have. The first thing that you want when you get started, obviously, you do want some kind of product that you can sell. And then you would, like on eBay, you just basically look it up and see what the fair market value of the item is. And once you start generating sales, the money that is coming to you from your profits,
try not to spend it, just keep reinvesting.
Reinvest it because the way that we like to work is we like to have our personal separate from our business. So, just basically.
So we don't touch the business money. We only touch personal. And, a lot of people say, well, I take, 70, 80% of this money, and put it back in the business. Then I take the rest. We try to take 100%. Unless we're out, we need gas, we ain't got money on us or something, if we're out, we'll take a little bit of it to eat out. Like we drive so far, we have to eat on the money that we're making, with the profits that are coming in. But we try not to use our business account for anything other than putting more product, into the business and keep it growing. If you want to succeed, you gotta be strict and try not to spend that money. The profit, I bought this for 50 and I made 150, so I'll keep 50 for myself, put 50 in the business. We don't do that. We put it all back in and just keep it going. Keep it, a snowball starts small, but if you roll it, it's going to get bigger and bigger. And that's what we're working on. And
I honestly think
and do your research, you know what I mean? Watch videos.
Yes,
we watch
sure.
thousands of videos, learning this and asking questions and getting in other people's live chats and asking them, and that's how we learn.
Yeah. And there is people out there that will help you. You know what I mean?
We're always available. You reach out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? You guys are like modern day treasure hunters. That's all you guys do. And you just load your car up and travel to other cities that you've never been to before. And you just ride around hunting for treasures pretty much all day long. And you just load your car up.
We go to Charlotte, get a hotel. We went to Columbia, got a hotel, and we just spend the whole day, or the whole weekend just constantly going to Walmart's treasure hunting, looking for stuff. And it's fun, especially when you find that $200 item that, scans oh my God, it's $20. And then, I show her and she's like, no, for real. She scans it with her phone. And I'm like, I already scanned it. But she's got to check it, to make sure it's coming up on her phone like that. And it's just you found a treasure, it's exciting and
it's fun.
It's fun.
It's definitely fun. And, with the as a reseller, we love to get the stuff to keep it from going to the dump, you know what I mean? Because like the saying goes, another man's junk, another man's treasure.
One man's trash, one man's treasure.
Yeah, but
So sometimes when I watch your videos, you guys kind of remind me of Bearded Picker, where he would travel to other cities and other states, and he would have his whole.
He's in Myrtle Beach. He was there one day with Commonwealth Picker.
Yeah, they did a video.
Yeah, and we had just left when they got there. I was like, dang, we missed them. But yeah, we go there a lot to his.
But I just think it's just cool that you guys could just be like, hey, if whenever you want to, you could decide, and we're hopping in the car for the weekend. We're gonna travel and go out of town and have a little mini vacation. But while you're having your mini vacation, you're out sourcing, looking for merchandise and looking for stuff. There's your helper right there. Introduce your helper.
Hello.
Say hi.
We're live.
Say hi.
Hello.
You nervous? Say hi.
This is our little reseller in the making. He likes reselling too, doesn't he?
Oh yeah, he definitely does. He likes all the toys and all the Legos he gets. Every time I come home with a car load, he's like, Dad, what can I do to earn a Lego? I'm like, go clean your room.
I think it's funny you said that you guys were out shopping at Walmart. He says, hey guys, this is worth money. This is worth money. And he's shouting it at the aisles in front of everybody.
But it's on blast.
He does. He'll yell it. He's done it at Goodwill, and people just kind of rubberneck us. What? What? You guys are selling this? Well, yeah, we're resellers.
All right, go. Say bye.
All right, awesome. Hey, let me say hello to a few people in the chat. I wanted to say hey to Flippin' Eric is here. He says, "What's up, little man?" I wanted to say hey to Butterfly Hustle. Says, "I wish my husband would join me. It's awesome to have a partner that likes a treasure hunt." Twin Pillar said, "False alarm. The Louis Vuitton was fake." Richie Hustle says, "We want to know when Jeff is going to go from eBay addicts to Amazon addicts." Hey, Richie Hustles, man, last week I downloaded the eBay seller app on my phone. So I haven't created an account yet, but I did download the app on my phone. I wanted to say hey to the Selling Sniper. Says, "I've been selling lawn and garden from Walmart lately. It's selling and Walmarts are clearancing the whole department." Wanted to say hey to Frank. Butterfly Hustle says, "I'm listing my tell-off being productive. Maybe tomorrow I'll hit the garden section though." And let's see. I had a question. Yeah, the Selling Sniper says, "I've always been shy. I recently got over my shyness thanks to eBay addicts for having me on 2 months ago, giving me a push in the right direction." Yeah, that's what we're here for in the community, is to help each other. Wendy is here, says, "Sorry for your loss. That your uncle passed away." The Middleman Picker says, "Amazon isn't always that easy, and they will make you pull your hair out of your head." And Flippin' Eric says, "Will you send me one of those Walmart clearance stickers?" And Ebliss Reseller Solution says, "Yes, there's enough products and items out there to be resold. Keep up the great work, guys." Dave and Lori from Colorado. But yeah, it's funny that Richie Hustles. When I talk to what was his name? Last time I talked to Reezy Resells, he asked me the same question. He in the comment section, he's like, "When are you going to be Amazon addict?" And I just kind of laughed,
Right.
We have a comment from DG's Dev says, should I download the Walmart Amazon app on my Droid instead of iPhone? So I think the only issue I had is sometimes I don't have the best cell phone reception when I'm at Walmart. Would you recommend that as far as them downloading the Walmart app? Could you guys give them any suggestions as far as that goes?
Well, it's just like a weird update that Walmart has had recently on their apps. With our iPhones, we have to, you can't necessarily download APK files, I don't think, because Android, it's more, more
third
open.
party user friendly.
Yeah. So with having an iPhone, I would recommend just making sure your auto updates are off so it won't update it. And then with Android, I would just download do the APK files. And I think it was.
I carry 2 phones constantly. So if one ain't working, I got the other one.
And you'll know it's not working because what it would do is it would show a rectangular little logo, camera and then it would have thing. A plus in the middle. If you see that, then it's the updated version, and it's not gonna.
It's trash.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah.
First time
I wanted to say, hey, real quick to you, me says, "Just lurking and soaking up the knowledge." Hey, well, thanks for coming by and hanging out with us. And DG Dev says, "Thank you guys, appreciate it." So, have you what kind of memorable flips or memorable treasures have you guys come across lately in your adventure since you've been full-time resellers? Has there been any really great deals that you come across and you're like, "Man, I can't believe I found this at this price"? Or was there anything really bad or crazy where you're just like, "This is a pain in the butt"? Because I know you guys have had issues with sending out items to customers and they say, "Hey, item was not as described," and they want a refund. So either or, kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Well, what would you say?
I don't know. I like the Legos that I paid $6 for and sold for $150. 10 of those. That was really good. And then far as the bad, it's just when on eBay, when we sell an item and tracking shows delivered, eBay still puts your money on hold with this, managed payment thing. And it's like, come on, I uploaded proof that tracking shows delivered and you're still holding my money and you won't do anything for me. I hate that about it. You know what I mean? If tracking shows delivered, I have 100% positive feedback. Why are you holding my money? And then they close the case in my favor. Then you wake up the next day and they open another case on you and eBay allows them to open another. And then the money goes right back on hold. And I'm like, it's frustrating. Like
it is. It's
a lot.
It's very.
But you just gotta, you gotta charge it up as, you know, the cost of business and just keep moving. Don't let it stress you out. You know, in the beginning, some new sellers would, you know, take that and be like, I'm done. I can't handle it. I quit, you know, and you just got to keep pushing and just keep going. And, you know, you're always going to have stuff like that, you know, in business. You're going to have issues, but don't give up. Just keep pushing through it. And eventually you'll get used to it. You'll learn how to handle it. You know, and when your feedback score gets up, you know, because when you got low feedback, everybody's like, oh, the bait, you know, I can go attack this person. He's only got 90 feedback. You know, he don't know what he's doing. I can go scam him. And, you know, eventually it gets easier. You know, it's a learning curve. But once you get it, it's
definitely
it's rewarding.
Don't get discouraged.
And we get to spend all our time together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except sometimes I wake up 5 every day, and she's in bed. She's like, you can go. I'm going to lay here. And I get up and I go. And then I come home and I'm like, hey, will you help me unload the car? It's completely full. And she's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. And she comes out. She's like, let me go grab the GoPro. Oh, my God. How did you? I was like, you should have came. You know?
Man, you guys are living
I gotta have
you guys are living the life of small business owners and entrepreneurs, and I don't think you're probably ever going to go back to doing the 9-to-5 grind, right?
No.
No way.
One thing about working for other people is I don't know what it is, but like I never liked my supervisors at all, because, you know, when you're working, they're just kind of like
staring
like behind you, like, oh, I gotta make sure
breathing over your shoulder a little bit.
Mistake. And see, when they do that, that always makes me make a mistake. So like I'm making the mistake in their presence, so that, you know, it's just it's stressful.
Yeah, I definitely understand. I remember back in the day, and I was working at Domino's as a pizza delivery driver, and sometimes I had to run the oven, you know, and you're dealing with these pizzas right out of the oven, and it's a 400-degree oven, and while you're doing that, you know, somebody sneaks up behind you or is trying to oversee what you're doing, and you can kind of sense some's breathing down your neck, and you kind of look over and you look down, and now you done burn your hand on this 400-degree oven, and I'm like, bro, I'm an adult. I can handle cutting a pizza. Okay, I'm not. You know, I got this. So I definitely can relate on that part.
Right.
So hey guys, tell everybody, because my battery is almost dead on my phone. Tell everybody where they can go by and check you out on YouTube and Instagram. I think once you guys cross that milestone and you get over 1,000 subscribers, the YouTube algorithm is going to start pushing your content more, and your channel is going to start blowing up. I really do believe that. I mean, if you look at some of these guys I've had on the channel in the past in the chat, like Richie Hustles or the Flippin' Accountant, you know, everybody starts off at 0 subscribers, just like on eBay or Amazon. Everybody starts off with 0 items listed in their store. And I think you guys are going to blow up. It may take you 6 months or a year, but as long as you keep hustling and you're consistent on making content. And for some reason, people really like yard sale videos, and they really like retail arbitrage videos. So when you're able to scan these barcodes and say, hey, you know, I found this video game for 3 cents, and I'm going to make, you know, $20, $30 profit on this item, people really tune in for that. So let everybody know where they can go by and check you out at on YouTube and Instagram.
On YouTube, you can find us as Mile High Hustlers. That's with the S at the end. And then on Instagram, you can find me as Resell_Mama on Instagram. And then you can find Greg on Instagram as
Resell Daddy 77.
Yep. All right. Well, I have all their links listed down below on YouTube and Instagram, and hopefully I'll have you guys back on maybe in 6 months from now. We'll check back in with you and see how you're doing. Do you have any final thoughts that you can leave our audience with, and then we'll let you guys go?
Don't get discouraged.
Dream big, never give up, and keep pushing.
Yep. Reinvest. For
Definitely.
sure.
Yeah.
Reinvest.
I was going to say, one of the biggest things that you guys talk about, what I say all the time, is reinvest your capital. You know, I know so many times, you know, I'll have $100 in my hand, and I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, I know I can turn this $100 into $1,000 if I just reinvest it back into my business, instead of going out to some fancy restaurant or something, or instead of buying something for myself. I'm like, if I just take this capital and reinvest it back into my business, it's going to compound and it's going to grow and it's going to expand. Because that $100 doesn't sound like a lot, but if you reinvested it over 6 months or a year, you know, that $100 may turn into $1,000. It may turn into $10,000, because you continuously turn that money over and over and over again, as opposed to going out and buying a steak dinner or something. You just have to change your mindset from being a consumer to being you know, an entrepreneur, and things will start changing for you.
Yeah,
So
that's how it
anyways,
works. Right here.
yeah, for sure. So go ahead and follow our guest. All of our links are going to be down below. The Mile High Hustlers, and you guys have a great weekend. And thank you guys for coming on and hanging out with me.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Jeff. See you guys.
For sure. I will see you guys later. I'm going to probably have a new video out tomorrow, but till then, you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Go follow our guest. All the links are going to be down below. Bye.
Wait, did you know that Frank was actually my pop?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.
Yeah.